Imagine a ship laden with the pirates' wealth, gold, silver, and gems that would dazzle the eyes. The ship was named Galley, and one night fate buried it forever in the depths of the ocean. For centuries, no one knew where all this treasure went. But now the game has changed. Modern technology, deep penetrating scans, and Rick Lagina's persistence have revived this mystery. Imagine Rick, who shook the world with his discoveries at Oak Island, now landed in the waters of Cape Cod. And there, he found something that left the team breathless. The live cameras were on. Everyone was staring at the screen. Then suddenly, the feed cut off. When it came back a few minutes later, Rick and his team's faces had changed. Surprise in their eyes, silence on their lips. What did they see? Did the centuries-old treasure really appear? Or is it a secret that is being hidden from the world? The internet is already abuzz. Some say it is the treasure of the Templar Knights. Others say it is an artifact that will change history. But you will find the real answer in this video. So stay tuned, because what is about to be revealed will blow your mind. And yes, if you don't want to miss the next part of this amazing story of Oak Island and now Cape Cod, then subscribe now and press the bell icon, because the real secret is just beginning. Just think, the early years of 1700. One name used to resound in the sea, Pirate Sam Bellamy. People also called him Prince of Pirates. His biggest strength was his ship, Galley. This was not an ordinary ship, but one of the largest slave ships of that time, which Bellamy later took control of. When this ship came under his control, he used it as his flagship. Now, the interesting thing is that Sam Bellamy was no ordinary robber. He was so clever and charismatic that hundreds of people joined him. Under his flag, Galley became such a fearsome name in the sea that many ships would surrender without fighting on hearing it. After every attack, a lot of goods were loaded on Wida. Gold, silver, jewelry, gems, cannons, guns, and precious goods. Gradually, this ship became a floating treasure. But fate changed the game for both Bellamy and Wida. The year was 1717. A terrible storm arose near Cape Cod. The waves of the sea were so strong that even the strongest ship would tremble. The Galley got stuck in that storm. It is said that the ship broke and sank in the sea, and along with it, Sam Bellamy and his 140 companions also drowned in the depths of death. This is where the mystery of centuries began. Because the treasure that was in this ship was now buried somewhere deep. It is estimated that at that time there was gold and silver worth millions of dollars and countless gems present on the Wida. This is the reason why for 300 years, treasure hunters, historians, and explorers kept searching for this ship. Everyone kept thinking that if the Galley is ever found, it will not only reveal the treasure, but also the biggest truth of history. Even today, people's eyes sparkle as soon as the name of Wida is mentioned. Pirate stories, lost treasure legends, and hidden secrets all are connected to this ship. And now, as Rick Lagina peers into the depths of Cape Cod, the suspense is only heightened. Is the treasure of the Wida finally about to be revealed? Or will this secret remain a secret forever? Rick Lagina's connection. On hearing the name of Oak Island, only one face comes to the mind of treasure lovers around the world. Rick Lagina. For the last several years, he and his brother Marty have been trying to solve the mystery of Oak Island. They have spent millions of dollars, countless machines, and the biggest part of their lives there. Every season, every excavation, every borehole, all has been a part of Rick's persistence and passion. Today, Rick's identity is not limited to just an explorer or treasure hunter. People call him the man who never gives up. Whether caves collapse again and again, tunnels filled with water are found, or the government comes in between and imposes a ban, Rick stands up again every time. And this is his biggest specialty. Now the question is, when the mystery of Oak Island is still incomplete, then why did Rick's attention go to Cape Cod? Actually, during the excavation on Oak Island, many such symbols and clues were found which pointed towards the Templar Knights and old pirate routes. Many historians believe that the treasure was not limited to Oak Island. Pirates and secret societies had buried their goods at different places. And the biggest clue was this: Cape Cod. History tells that the route of ships like Galley was directly connected to the North Atlantic. That is, both Oak Island and Cape Cod were part of that maritime route. Rick suspected that the discoveries of Oak Island and the treasure of Galley were probably connected by some deep link. This was the reason why he decided to dive into the waters of Cape Cod. Rick believed if Oak Island is really connected to Templar or pirates, then the truth of the treasure buried on Cape Cod can complete that whole story. And if this happens, then it will not be just a treasure hunt, but it will be like rewriting history. Use of modern technology on Cape Cod. Now, let's talk about the mission that shook everyone. Rick deployed more advanced machines on Cape Cod than the technology used on Oak Island. First came sonar technology. It works with sound waves that go underwater and map objects. When the team used sonar, strange shapes were seen at the bottom of the sea. In some parts, a long structure. In some places, a round chamber-like structure. And in some places, a large piece of metal. Then came ground scans and magnetometers. These machines detect the presence of metal. And what a wonder it was! The scan clearly showed that not just sand and stones, but pieces of heavy metal were buried under the water. The team suspected that this could be a part of Galley. But the most exciting scene came when Rick used underwater drones. These small, robot-like drones descended into the depths with cameras. And brother, the footage they recorded left everyone breathless. The drone's camera clearly showed a part of a ship made of wood and metal. It was completely broken, but it still had the look of a pirate ship. A strange metal piece was found near the ship, on which unknown symbols were engraved. And this piece was the beginning of the suspense. The team was surprised because the wreckage of the ship is understandable to some extent. But how did this metal piece with symbols reach there? Was it an artifact of pirate Bellamy? Or the secret symbol of a secret society like Oak Island? Rick himself became silent for a few moments after seeing this scene. There was the same shine in his eyes as there was when the cross-shape artifact was found for the first time on Oak Island, as if he had once again found a new piece of a big puzzle of history. The rest of the team was also shocked. Some were saying that it was a part of the ship, some were assuming that it could be the lid of a treasure chest, and some even said that this could be the door to a secret chamber. Now the real suspense started from here, because if this was really a part of Galley, then the treasure would be nearby. But if these symbols were connected to some other secret, then the story could go beyond Oak Island and turn into a global mystery. The mystery of the live feed being cut. Just think. Everything was going live. Rick Lagina and his team were in the depths of Cape Cod. Underwater drones were showing every moment on camera. Millions of people were staring at the screen to see what was going to come out of this mission. Everything was going very smoothly. The drone was slowly moving over the broken part of the ship, and suddenly, black screen. Yes, suddenly. The live feed was cut. No sound, no picture, just a black screen. At first, people thought maybe there was some technical glitch, but as the minutes passed, The suspense increased. There was a ruckus in the chat box and social media. What happened? Why did the camera stop working? Did the team see something that is not possible to show? People waited impatiently for about 5 minutes. And then the feed came back. But the scene that was seen this time deepened the mystery even more. Rick and his entire team were standing on the ship above the water. Everyone's faces were changed. No one was speaking, just silence. Rick's eyes had a slight shine, but fear was also visible, as if he had seen something below that could surprise everyone. The audience was surprised. If there was only the wreckage of the ship below, then why was the team so silent? And if something big was found, then why was it hidden from the world? This was the moment that made this discovery even more mysterious. First clues and artifacts. The live feed started again, and this time the drone's camera was capturing some strange things. The first thing that was seen was a piece of metal, but this was not an ordinary piece. There were strange marks engraved on it. It seemed as if someone had made symbols and patterns on it. Some marks were like crosses, some were in circular shapes, and some were connected by lines like a map. The team immediately noticed that these symbols were not like any ordinary pirate mark. In fact, many of these designs matched the symbols found on Oak Island. Seeing this, Rick's face became even more serious. He knew that if the symbols matched, then the link between Cape Cod and Oak Island really existed. Then the drone moved a little further and showed another strange piece buried in the sand near the ship. It looked like a part of a chest, like a lid or edge. And the special thing was that there were embossed designs on it too, one of which looked exactly like a map, as if someone had engraved the location of the treasure on it. Everyone's breath stopped. Rick said, "This is not just metal, it is a message." The audience also bent down and started looking at the TV screen. Everyone was trying to understand that map-like design. But the suspense did not end here. As soon as the drone peered a little deeper, something else emerged from the darkness. A glimpse of a sealed chamber. That place looked completely different from the rest. There was something like a round sealed structure between the stones and pieces of wood. As soon as the drone's light fell on it, it became clear that it was like a door or a vault. There was a thick layer on it, but looking at the shape, it seemed as if something was hidden behind it. There was a commotion among the team. Is this the same place where the real treasure was kept? Or is this a secret room that was deliberately closed? Rick was just quietly looking at the screen. Suspense and curiosity were clearly visible in his eyes. He only said this to his team. If this is opened, everything will change. Fan theories and social media reaction. As soon as the news of this discovery of Cape Cod came out, the internet was stirred up. Long threads opened on Reddit. Some were saying that Rick Lagina has finally found the real pirate treasure, while some were claiming that this entire discovery is part of a big conspiracy. Hashtags like number CAPECODTREASURE and number RICKLAGINAEXPLORATION started trending on Twitter. There was a different atmosphere on YouTube. Experts on treasure hunting channels were debating what the symbols shown by the drone meant. Some people were saying that they were pirate marks, that is, secret signs made by Bellamy and his crew. But many fans believed that those symbols were something far beyond ordinary pirates. A viral post on Reddit clearly wrote, "This is a direct link to Oak Island and Templar treasure." Some people were even writing that the government deliberately shut down the live feed. They said that something was found below, which could be dangerous to reveal to the world. The theory of cover-up is real spread widely. People said, if it was just the wreckage of a ship, then why would the team be so silent? And if the symbols are really related to Templar or any secret order, then obviously it will have to be hidden. On the other hand, a large number of fans were very excited. They felt that the puzzle of the mystery of Oak Island was about to be completed. Someone tweeted, "Oak Island was just the beginning. Cape Cod is the end game." That is, the suspense on social media had increased so much that everyone was adding the story in their own way. Some people were talking about treasure, some about ancient artifacts, and some about secret societies and governments. What is the truth? Only time will tell. But it is so clear that this discovery shook the thinking of the people. Possible connection with Templar Knights. Now let's come to the connection that made this discovery even more explosive. Many symbols were found earlier in the excavation of Oak Island, like a cross-shaped stone, mysterious triangle markings, and old signs hidden in caves. All these were often linked to the Templar Knights. This was the same secret order that is said to have hidden the Holy Grail, Ark of Covenant, and countless religious artifacts. Now the question arises whether the symbols found on Cape Cod could be those of the same Templars. The metal pieces and map-like shapes that the drone showed were very similar to the symbols found on Oak Island. If this is true, then Galley was not an ordinary pirate ship. Many historians believe that pirates were not just looters. Some of them were associated with secret societies. It has been believed that Sam Bellamy and many pirate leaders like him had not only gold and silver, but also special cargo. That is, artifacts that are related to some other civilization or religious order. This is where this theory gains momentum. Was Galley just a pirate ship? Or was it a secret transport ship in which the artifacts of the Templar Knights were being carried? Now think, both Oak Island and Cape Cod fall on the Atlantic route. If the treasure or artifacts had to be kept hidden and safe, then why would the Templars and their fellow pirates not use these places? The cross found on Oak Island and the symbols found on Cape Cod, both together tell the same story that this treasure is not limited to just gold and silver. Lagina probably believes the same. The shine in his eyes was different when he saw the symbols, as if he knew that these were the pieces of the puzzle that he has been chasing on Oak Island for years. If this theory turns out to be true, the discovery of Cape Cod will not just be the story of a lost pirate ship, but it will prove that the treasure of the Templar Knights is really scattered in the depths of the Atlantic. Now the question is, are Rick and his team really on the verge of finding the treasure of the Templar Knights? Is there only gold and silver buried inside Galley, or such artifacts that can change the entire human history? And the biggest question, will this truth be told to the world, or will the government and secret organizations once again suppress it? Interest of the government and historians. As soon as the news of this discovery of Cape Cod spread, many people became silent. First of all, American archaeologists. Usually, whenever a shipwreck or an old artifact is found, archaeologists openly give statements. Press conferences are held. Research papers are brought out. But this time, just silence. No big statement, no confirmed information. This silence raises the biggest question. Do archaeologists know beforehand that Rick Lagina and his team have discovered something there that is not right to bring to the public? Or are their hands tied under government pressure? People on social media are clearly saying that all this is a government cover-up. Actually, the law of America clearly states that the government often claims on shipwrecks and artifacts found in the sea. That is, even if treasure is found, the team cannot show it openly. This is probably the reason why the live feed was also suddenly stopped. Many people are also saying that if the symbols are really related to Templar or any secret order, then making them public can be dangerous. Imagine If the world comes to know that Templar knights had buried treasure or religious artifacts at both Oak Island and Cape Cod, then the entire history books will have to be rewritten. And perhaps this is what the big powers do not approve of. The silence of historians also creates doubt. Many big experts, from whom the media always takes quotes, are silent this time, as if they know that there will be an uproar if the truth comes out. And perhaps this is why the government is slowly taking this case under its control. Talks of ban or restrictions have already started coming up. Now the question is all this happening so that only selected people can see the treasure and artifacts? Will the truth be hidden from the general public forever? The suspense deepens here. Climax. Rick's statement. Amidst so much commotion and speculation, Rick Lagina finally came forward. Reporters asked him a direct question. "What did you see below?" "Have you really found the treasure?" Rick replied in a calm tone as usual, but his words shook everyone. He said, "This is just the beginning." After saying this, Rick became silent. No long statement, no explanation. Just these 4 words. But these 4 words raised thousands of questions. People started thinking, if this is just the beginning, then what is going to come next? Is the real treasure yet to be reached? Or has Rick seen something that will be revealed to the world gradually? There was a strange confidence on Rick's face at that time, as if he knew that he had got something big. But he also understood that it was not possible to speak the truth openly at this time. His silence and that one line increased the suspense manifold. The rest of the team members also maintained the same tone. No one said much, but it was clear from their eyes and body language that something had been found below that had shocked everyone. Now this statement became like a climax. People started discussing overnight. What does "this is just a beginning" mean? Is Rick going to connect the treasures of both Oak Island and Cape Cod? Is the real mystery about to unfold now? Or is all this a hint towards some bigger mystery? Suspenseful pause comes here. Rick's silence and this small statement is the biggest glimpse of the times to come, as if he is telling the world, be ready. The real revelation is yet to come. Unanswered questions. Now the biggest question is, what did Rick Lagina and his team see in the depths of Cape Cod? The symbols and sealed chambers seen in the cameras, was that the real door to the treasure? Or was it just a broken part of the ship? Just think, if the treasure had really been found, would Rick and the team have kept such silence? Or is this silence proof that they have found something that cannot be shown to the world right now? Fans are asking this again and again. Is this really the lost treasure of pirate Sam Bellamy? Or is it some ancient chamber in which secrets have been hidden for centuries? On Reddit and Twitter, people are even saying that the real footage was probably hidden from the public. That is, what was shown to us is not the whole truth. Are there treasure chests lying open below? Or are there artifacts that are directly related to the mystery of Oak Island? The list of unanswered questions is getting longer. Was the treasure really found? Or have we just got clues? Was Galley a pirate ship or a transport ship that also contained ancient artifacts? Are the government and institutions deliberately hiding the truth? These questions make this search more exciting, because until the answer is found, the suspense will deepen. Future plans and risks. Rick Lagina's team is not one to give up so easily. The search for Oak Island has proved that, no matter how difficult it is, Rick comes back every time and goes deeper. Now the same plan is in place for Cape Cod. The team's next dive will be even more dangerous than before, because now they not only have to go around the wreckage of the ship, but also reach that sealed chamber. This task will not be easy. The tunnel buried underwater can collapse at any time. Strong waves and water pressure can also prove fatal. The risk is not only natural but also human. If there is really treasure or artifacts there, then the government may intervene and seal the site completely. Rick and the team have very little time. They will have to find solid proof in the next expedition, otherwise everything may be lost. This is the reason why the team is now going to take the help of modern technology. The way they used ground-penetrating radar and 3D scans on Oak Island, now even more advanced tech will come to Cape Cod. The biggest name is muon scans. This technology can make a complete blueprint of underwater structures using cosmic rays. That is, if there is a chamber or hidden vault below, then muon scan will show it clearly. Also, 3D mapping will give the team a complete layout of where there is empty space below the ship and where there is a danger of collapse. Rick himself has said that we are just on the surface right now. The real search will begin when we go deeper. This proves that this expedition is not over yet, but the real battle has just begun. But the question is, will the team be able to take this risk? Will the treasure really be revealed in the next dive, or will another mystery be added? Fans are now waiting impatiently, because everyone wants to know what that sealed chamber is hiding. So brother, now the biggest question is in front of you. What did Rick Lagina and his team see in the depths of Cape Cod? Those symbols, those metal pieces, and that sealed chamber that created the most suspense? Is all this just a sunken ship? Or is there a centuries-old treasure hidden behind it, which can rewrite history? Just think. If Pirate Sam Bellamy's treasure is really found, then it will be the biggest discovery ever. But if artifacts of Templar knights or religious secrets are found inside it, then the history books of the whole world will change. This suspense is pulling everyone. Now it is your turn. What do you think? What did Rick and his team see below? Is the treasure of Cape Cod really going to be revealed? Or will the government and secret societies hide it forever? If you also do not want to miss the next part of this mystery, then subscribe now and press the bell icon. Because this journey of Rick Lagina has just begun, and what will come out in the next dive, that truth will be bigger than you can imagine.